I am Thierry IV, King of the Franks, and though my reign was brief and often overshadowed by others, it is my story, a tale of a monarch who ruled in a time of great transition. Born in 712, I ascended the throne in 721 at the tender age of 9, succeeding my father, King Dagobert III. But though I bore the title of king, my life was not one of unrestricted power and grandeur. Instead, my reign unfolded under the watchful eyes and controlling hands of the mayors of the palace, who wielded true authority over the realm. At the time of my ascension, the Merovingian dynasty to which I belonged was a shadow of its former glory. We were kings in name, yet the reins of governance had long since slipped into the grasp of the Carolingians, a rising noble family whose ambitions shaped the fate of the Frankish kingdom. The mayor of the palace, Charles Martel, was the true power behind the throne during my reign. His military prowess and political acumen kept the kingdom united, even as my royal role was reduced to ceremonial duties and symbolic appearances. As a young king, I lived within the confines of the royal court, surrounded by the rituals and traditions of a monarchy that was increasingly irrelevant. My days were filled with courtly education and the observance of ancient customs, yet I often felt like an ornament, a symbol of continuity rather than an active participant in governance. My authority was limited, my decisions subject to the approval of Charles Martel and his advisors. While I sat upon the throne, it was his voice that commanded armies, enacted laws, and shaped the destiny of our kingdom. This was a tumultuous time for Francia, a realm that faced threats from within and beyond its borders. The Frankish nobility was restless, their loyalties often wavering. To the south, the Islamic expansion posed a significant challenge, and in 732, Charles Martel's decisive victory at the Battle of Tours secured the future of Christianity in Europe. Though I bore the crown, it was Charles who was celebrated as the savior of Christendom, a hero whose name echoed through the annals of history. Despite my limited role, I remained a witness to these transformative events. I observed the tensions and alliances that defined our kingdom. I saw the strength of the Carolingian family grow, their influence eclipsing that of the Merovingians. My own position became increasingly precarious, as whispers of change stirred within the royal court. The Merovingian kings, once the unchallenged rulers of Francia, were now seen as do-nothing kings, figureheads with little to no power. In 737, my reign came to an unceremonious end. Upon my death, the throne was left vacant. Charles Martel, having consolidated his authority, chose not to appoint a successor. This marked a significant turning point in the history of the Franks, as the Merovingian line effectively ended. Charles's sons, Pepin the Short and Carloman, would eventually pave the way for the rise of the Carolingian dynasty, forever altering the course of Frankish and European history. My life as king was one of paradoxes. Though I wore the crown, I had no true power. Though I lived in a palace, I was captive to forces far greater than myself. Yet, I accept my role as a bridge between two eras, the waning days of the Merovingian dynasty and the dawn of Carolingian supremacy. My story may not be one of great triumph or monumental achievement, but it is a testament to the complexities of power, the fragility of monarchy, and the inevitability of change. I, Thierry IV, stand as a reminder of a dynasty's twilight and the resilience of a kingdom in flux. My reign may be a footnote in the grand chronicles of history, yet it is a chapter nonetheless, part of the ever-turning pages of our shared past.